Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news for you. It is a breaking news. This time around, Deltans shock Nigerians as they have done what no other region or state have ever done to Fulani headsmen. But before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that we can get notification anytime we publish videos on YouTube. All right, let's hit the ball rolling. And according to the news have it that as a fallout of last Saturday's attack on Uheru community in Ugeli North local government area of Delta State by suspected Fulani hitmen, in which about 10 persons were killed, the leadership of the community has banned the sales and consumption of cow meat. Wow. The decision was taken at a just concluded meeting of leaders and members of the community at its town hall in Uheru. The meeting had in attendance prominent sons of Uheru Kingdom, including the State Commissioner for Higher Education, Professor Patrick Mobogare. All right, that's the news. Before we go into further discussion, we'd just like to look at some of the response of Nigerians in this regard. And someone says here, it should be banned all over Delta State. Another one says every state to follow up. Another person says you have not done enough. Form a security outfit like others. Another person says here, wow, very good starting point for this ongoing fight. I hope other states and communities ban cow meat. And another person say it's a very good idea. Action speak louder than voice, but maintain your action. It's a good one. And another one says here, and ban Okada too. Let your people be trekking the way we have been trekking in Lagos. Sings nonsense. You think say your people no day for not they do their business day and committing all kinds of crime. And I know this should be from a northerner. And this one says here, I implore the Southeast governors to adopt this strategy. Cow meat is not even good for health. Please let our governors liaise with our traditional leaders to impose a ban in the Southeast also. Kudos to Uheru Kingdom. A lot of responses from Nigeria. This one said, all ailment in a man, there is a curative leaf in the forest. This is a good starting. Other states should follow immediately. Another one here says, apart from banning the sales of cow meat in Uheru Kingdom, the people of the kingdom and all concerned should start rearing the variety of cow found in the south. 2. Another one says Yoruba leaders to approve this directive too. Since Buhari became the head of state and killing started with kids' glove treatment, I stopped eating cow meat. I am true with my statement. And if other people can join my personal strike to oppose to unending killing by headsmen, they will leave Nigeria, and more warriors coming in on visa-free policy will not want to come. All right, we have other responses, but we just want to look at these critically because this is one thing that a lot of individuals have been suggesting to state governors and also have been suggesting to monarchs, traditional rulers in different community, which nobody for once have made up his or her mind to tilt towards that line. But right now Deltans have decided to do it, though it's just one community that have taken this decision, a community in Ugeli, that's Uheru community in Ugeli. They're the ones that have made this decision, but I think that it should be widespread. Governor Okowa should take up these and make sure that this same thing happen. This is one way that you can curtail these guys, because I believe they have started within themselves and said they cannot do without cow meat. How can they ever exist without cow meat? If you don't eat our cow meat, they will grow lean and die. I believe that's some of the things that they have been saying, because I believe if you have a business relationship with someone, and knowing that the person can sort a substitute somewhere, and abandon your product, you will care so much about the way you treat the person, and you will try within your best to ensure that whatever you are doing, you don't break that relationship. But unfortunately, that is not what we are seeing. These guys just believe whether we like it or not, we have to eat cows. But guess what? Even if you don't eat cow, you eat a goat and the likes, we will still live. It makes no sense for these guys to put us under bondage. Imagine what happened. Maybe some of you don't have an idea of what actually happened in Delta. About 10 persons were killed and buried in shallow graves right there in Uheru, the community in Ugeli local government area. And it was as if they were going to sweep it under the carpet until the youths came out aloud. They even had to take the police, when the police said such thing never happened, they had to take the police to the shallow graves, have to exhume the bodies out of the ground. It was a horrific sight. It was unthinkable. They were uproar. Even Biafran guys also had to cry out and say, man, this is unthinkable. How can you ever do such a thing to a human being like you? Now, these guys here have accommodated them thus far. They have never had issues with them. They have been relating with them, but all of a sudden they got wild, because I believe they have an agenda, and that agenda is to see how they can sweep through the whole of Nigeria and take over people's land the way they feel it's all right. And I think the step taken by the community in Ugeli in Delta State is a good one, and it's something that all the other communities in Delta State should queue behind. If you stop the sales and stop buying their cows, one of the effects is that monies will not be in their hands, because we realize that they sell the product, that they sell their cow meat, and they use the cow meat, the money is realized to see how they can buy equipment and fight the people, And with that, owing to the fact that we have made them realize that, hey, we can't live without cow, they continue to oppress us with it. But the step taken by the Uheru community in Ugeli local government is a good one. It's going to, put them under serious check. If we do not have need for your cow, why do you have to come around? Yeah, we know that we have Deltans also around town who are doing business in the north and all of that. But the question is, are they posing any form of threat to the northerners? Of course, no. The Igbos are dotted all over the northern part of Nigeria, even to as far as Borno. We still have some Igbo guys who were born, bred, and they grow up to do business there with them. They have never posed a threat, neither to one person or the other. They have always lived and respect, the fundamental human right of the Fulanis. But unfortunately, they just believe that every other Nigerian do not have the right to live exactly the way they are living. And that's why they are just fighting people every now and then. I think with this step that have been taken, they will be curtailed. They have already been curtailed, They have been curtailed already. So with what has just happened, it's now left to other communities and other states if they will buy that idea. And guess what? The state can take up that responsibility. The Ministry of Agriculture can take up the responsibility of owning a ranch for themselves and import cows from Brazil and other places where cow rearing is very common. You import cows, bring in experts who will teach you guys. If you don't know how to do it, bring in experts who will teach you guys on how to rear cows, and then from there you'll be making some good money for the state government. They'll be selling out the cows and making some good monies for the government. It's a very good step in the right direction. They have banned everyone in that particular community from eating cow meat. It's a great one, if you ask me, and I know that with this step that they have taken, a lot of fear will be in their mind, because what they have been so proud of is the fact that they have a product that no one can reject, and it's their cow meat. Now that it has been rejected by one community, I believe it's going to spread like wildfire to all other leaders, and they're going to be considering that. All right, my colleague is here to say something.
Honestly, this is the right step in the right direction. This is long overdue. If you recollect, Nigerians have been shouting about this whole issue of beef. Why are we always insisting that we must eat beef as in cow meat if we don't eat beef? And that has actually, just fairly recently, yeah, I think just barely 24 hours, Brother Joe said something quite unique. He said, look, that Nigerians need the beef. Nigerians need cow meat. They can't do without cow meat. That in fact, the Fulanis have been the one developing Nigeria, that their cow meat, that's the beef, the cows they've been rearing, have been impacting seriously on our economy and our GDP. So Nigerians can't do without them. So hence, they're kind of quote unquote necessary evil. But the community here in Delta State have decided, look, we will do without your meat, and we can do without your meat. And they have decided to ban not just their cow meat, but the sales and the consumption, which means if we don't eat your cow meat and we don't sell your cow meat, and you don't sell your cow meat to our community, then we don't need you in our community. You don't have any reason to rear your cows in our community. So if we find you in our community, then you are looking for trouble, since we don't eat your product, we don't need your product, you don't need to be in our community. It's just simple logic, really. If we say if you are banned a particular product, what invariably saying is those who are selling it, those who are producing and manufacturing, should not be seen in that community because the product is contraband. So technically speaking, in this particular community in Delta State, cow meat, that's beef, cow, and all the occupant and the derivative of cow is banned, in the community. But honestly, it's the right. If Nigerians can, take a cue, as in other communities in Delta State can take a cue and do the same, and let's just begin to let these guys know that, look, this issue of cow is not a necessary evil. We can't do without it. And who says they have monopoly of cow, or rearing of cow? Who says it cannot be studied? Who says we can't? What happened to goat meat? What happened to chicken? What happened to other dairy foods? Must still have to be cow? And these are the things we're talking about, taking bulls by the horn. Thumbs up, I just hope that they will not just say, but they will do as they have said. Kudos.
All right, thank you very much for that analysis, and that's where we're going to wrap it up. Please go to our comment section, let us interact. What do you think about the step taken by this community in Ughelli local government area of Delta State? Do you think that other communities in Delta State and other states in Nigeria will do the same thing? They are the first in the list to make this decision. Do you think others will take the same decision, so that at least we will put these guys on that check? All right, comment on our comments.